Next here for us to address is output. If input is a way for a computer to interact with you, we need output, which is a way for a computer to interact with us. These start on page 54 and go through 59. Many of these we are super familiar with, right? So a printer, for example, is a perfect example of an output. We've gone through, we've typed up a paper, we need that result to be given back to us. That's an output on dead trees, no problem. A display is an output. On your display, the big takeaway here from the chapter, and we can see this here on page 55, is the information is displayed to you in dots, or referred to as pixels. A pixel is literally nothing more complicated than a dot. Wouldn't it be nice if everything was that simple? Not all pixels are the same size, however. It's important to note that you can have more pixels on a phone or a tablet, something small, something you can fit in your pocket, something you can fit in a bag really easily. There can be more pixels on that than there can be on, a large 720 or 1080p, and again, those P's for 720p and 1080p refer to pixels. How many pixels across does that device have? So not all pixels are the same size. That's something that's relative. Some phones have incredibly dense displays. Some televisions have incredibly dense displays. Some of them don't, and that's okay. Other kinds of output we are accustomed to come to us in the form of audio. So this is here on the bottom of 56. Speakers of all sort, whether or not you're looking at actual speakers with drivers in them, or something much smaller like a headphone with drivers in them, irrespective, it doesn't really matter. That is an output. Also worth noting, most of your smaller devices are going to have these. So think your phones and your tablets. They are also going to have what are known as haptic and vibrator motors in there. A haptic feedback uses the same vibrating token that a ringtone would, right? So when your phone buzzes, that's actually an output. That's your phone telling you that an action is taking place, a phone call or a message is coming through. Haptic feedback is immediate feedback for you. So when you are typing in Android or an iOS device and it vibrates at you as you're hitting the keys, that is haptic feedback. There's a whole host of other kinds of output that we can expect from our devices. So, for example, when you fire up a laptop or a computer for the first time, it's actually a purpose event. It's something that the device wanted you to know, is that the fan spools all the way up before coming back down. That's actually an output. They're letting you know that the fan is operating correctly. For those of you who are old enough to remember, disk noises. So a CD makes a noise when it spins up, or a diskette makes a noise when it spins up. That's not an accident. That's actually purpose-driven design. That's to give you a pattern as a user. When that noise changes, you know that something is wrong. Modems, the same thing, actually make noise so that the user knows they're being connected. So we don't need dial-up for this. Now, I understand that there are many of you listening who are going to roll your eyes at me going, dial-up. Yeah, dial-up. Right now, 2019, there are more than 1 million individuals living in Illinois that are connecting to the internet via dial-up. Those modems make a noise so that you know as a user they're connecting. That is output. Your microwave is a computer, right? You have inputs. That's how long you need the pizza to go. And it has numerous outputs. One of the outputs is going to be the beeping noise. It lets you know that, hey, the pizza's done. The other output is scalding hot pizza, right? When that comes out hot, the output there is actually heat from that computer. So don't think outputs are relegated to simply displays, audio perhaps, and paper. There's really a pretty wide gamut there of what constitutes an output, a communication from your computer to you.